Hello, and welcome back to the Brunch Party Podcast.
Welcome back.
It's been a while.
It's been a little while.
What, like
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Two missed weeks.
A cheeky little break.
It was an accidental break.
It was. It was only supposed to be a 1 week because of Christmas, but we also didn't tell you guys it was going to be a 1 week break.
Well, we could have, but the week before, we lost the audio for the podcast that we recorded.
We lost the audio. I blame Audacity. They updated it. It all went to hell.
All went to shit.
Tweet at Audacity. Don't tweet at us. Looking at you here, Tauntaun. But apologies for the 2 week absence. I know some of you really look forward to this, so
sorry.
Probably won't happen again. But with that comes a new step in the podcasting game. I'll let Curtis talk about. Well, actually, before we talk about this, we should probably introduce ourselves.
We always got to introduce ourselves. Especially now.
Oh yeah,
now more important than ever, Mark.
Yeah.
It's been so long, people don't know who we are.
No idea. I am Mark. I'm Mark. That is from the two-man brunch party.
Hey, Mark. I just waved at Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
For those of you who can see us,
and
I just waved at Mark.
Who are you?
I am Curtis Stretch Kohler.
All right, I can deal with that one this week.
Yeah,
I've
that
heard
was the
people
nickname.
call you Stretch.
Yeah, people have called me Stretch for my whole life.
Yeah. It's because you're tall.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm thin.
Yeah, it's because
that is untrue.
Definitely, yeah. They should call you. No, I don't know what they should call you, but yeah, you're definitely not thin.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing that I have in my arsenal, is it?
No, definitely not. Stretch. It's a lot better than Kurtwee. I'll tell you that much.
Kurtwee was good. Was that the one I used in the one that we lost?
Oh my god, it was. Fuck, I got so heated about that too.
We'll come back to that next week.
Well, no, now you gave it away. You can't use that one anymore.
Maybe I'll save it and just sneakily bring it up sometime.
Sneakily put it in there. All right, so update on the podcast.
Update on the podcast.
What did you do, Curtis?
So I made the decision that, it's something we've talked about before. We want to be on different medias. And Podbean was a great way to start because it's very easy to get out there and all that stuff.
Yes, my friend.
And the beautiful thing about Podbean is it's just one click. You download the MP3 and you can take it on the go, which I know a lot of people listen to podcasts when they're, out for a walk or driving somewhere or whatever it might be, right?
One, yeah.
So in the past, we only had the podcast on Podbean and then we would link it elsewhere. I made the decision this week that I'm going to start rendering them as quote-unquote videos. It's going to be one image that basically runs across the whole podcast, and then we're going to throw them up on YouTube as well for people to watch. So you can click them open on YouTube and just have them in the background of your browser if you'd like, and it's just easier for people to find. We already had some subscribers on there, so people know our YouTube. So
I need my freaking thing in front of me here.
But it's a process because they're all hour plus, and
yeah, they are.
Rendering doesn't like over an hour.
Yeah, they do.
Videos on my computer, so
slowly
so put them all up. And I think because of that, it's going to change the way we deliver this to people. There's a couple changes coming up.
Bring up next. I was going to ask you, how are we? So we have 4 episodes before this one. This is episode 5.
Yeah.
How are we going to put those out on you? Like what? But are we going to put them out all in one? Well, actually, one's already up.
One is up. One went up yesterday. One went up today. Today's Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I have one rendering right now.
Yep.
And then I'll probably render another one overnight, and then tomorrow I'll have the last one rendered when I go to work.
Okay.
I think I might just upload one daily until they're all up.
One daily, and then next week we'll start with episode 6. The same day it goes. The same day as the audio goes.
Same day audio goes up, we'll put the.
I think
live.
That would be the best situation in that. In that. So I mean, now
we may change up the day we record on though.
Will we?
Depending, because of your school. You're back in school now. It's a new year. If it doesn't,
we record at night anyways, right?
I don't mind doing the Monday Tuesday thing, but I mean, if it means we have to move it to a weekend and do it on a Sunday or whatever.
I mean, the recording is the problem. It's the editing of it.
It's a good point.
I would rather not, because because
we can always record on a Sunday. It's just when we get it uploaded.
It's just when I have time to.
We can still try to aim for getting everything uploaded on Tuesdays.
On a Tuesday, we can.
Because that gives us the weekend before if we want to record, and then we can just get it up by Tuesday.
So that's new changes to the podcast, I suppose.
Yeah, and with new changes comes maybe a new audience, and So
Yeah,
fun.
who knows?
So maybe I have to stop being wrong so much. I can't wait to see the comments on that one that I was wrong all the time in.
Oh God, yeah.
And everyone telling me how wrong I am.
Yeah, no, you were so wrong. So wrong.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be really good.
But new year, new changes, baby.
Yeah.
Speaking of the new year, Curtis, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Oh, that is a great. See, I was gonna bring up the holidays first, but we can start with that. New Year's resolutions, not really.
I've never been one about resoluting.
You know, the thing for New Year's resolutions for me is it's basically just admitting you're shitty, and I know I'm amazing, so.
See, I think I'm the other way. I know I have so many flaws, and I'm just not going to deal with them.
That was a joke. No,
Yeah.
but like really, in November, at the beginning of November, I kind of made myself like a quote unquote list
A list?
of just things I want to kind of do better.
From that list, what have you accomplished so far?
I mean, I've done pretty good. It was a lot of just like spending less money on going out and eating shitty food.
We did do that, yeah. Not so much recently. But
cooking more and just like, I don't know. There was a lot of just like nitpicky things I hated about my day-to-day life over the summer because I was just so busy that I'm kind of just back into a bit of a groove. I mean, friends. And like, graduating was on there, like just getting that shit done with because I
haven't yet.
had like a little slack off zone throughout the summer and then September, October sort of deal. So wanted to like, make sure I worked hard at the end throughout November and December to make sure I graduated, which I did. And
hopefully,
getting a good resume that I feel comfortable about together, which I've been working on for a month now, and can finally get out there and start looking for something in my career. And
gotta go back and take career
making podcasts was on there.
Wow, is that on there?
That was on there, Mark.
That was. I never saw this list. This was
nobody has seen the list except for me.
Yeah, the cleaning the basement was on there. That hasn't happened.
No, but rearranging the setup was on there, and I rearranged the setup.
But I think that made the basement more messy. That was the problem.
No, I just moved. Listen, man.
I just realized you moved that couch by yourself, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's on the sliders. But I just kind of came down one day, and the couch was all out there,
Yeah. No, I was doing some cleaning in the basement the other day. We just gotta get rid of all the empties that are in there, and then it'll be like a lot easier.
Yeah, that should be a New Year's resolution. Don't drink as much alcohol.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm not one for resolutions though.
I mean, saying that, I might be going to London next weekend. So
if we're gonna make a resolution on the fly though, right now, what would your resolution be?
What would my resolution be? I don't know. I think I might have a couple that I could say. Because there's a few things that
I have a good one.
For me or for you?
I mean, kind of both of us.
Okay, what is it?
Scheduling.
Yeah.
Actually being on a schedule. I think in episode 2 we talked about that. Or it might have been episode 1 we talked about that.
Yeah, no, I think it was episode 1. I was really annoyed that I was just... Because, I think if I could... Like, I mean, now with school, I'm getting up early and all that, but, like... I think if I can, like, get up at, like, the latest 10 o'clock every day, I think I'd be a happy man if that was my life.
Yeah.
And, like, 10 o'clock is late for some people.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that late. I
was like 10 o'clock's a good time for me too, I think. As someone who said it's late for people who don't stay up till like 3 a.m.
Yeah. I think my goal would be to wake up even earlier than that, but I think the latest I would ever want to sleep in would be 10 o'clock.
See, I say like my latest I like 10:30 and my goal like 9:30.
And 9:30 is a good time. 8:30, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I can't quite do that early. Like, if you don't need to get up that early, why get up that early?
Yeah, it's just, I've heard people that talk about being like early risers and that get up early in the morning. They say it's like the best feeling in the world. It's just like you just feel like your day is so much like more if you wait. Because I mean, being up at 2:30 play Football Manager, you feel like a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
See, but even for me,
being
like
up at 8:30 play Football Manager.
The last couple nights for me, I've made a point of getting into my bed before midnight. I'll still be up till like 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Even though I turn everything off, I'll still be up. I'll just wind up on my phone on Reddit.
And the thing about waking up at 8:30, I think will just like fix that my sleep schedule, right?
That's a good point.
Because you can't just like I can wake up at 1:30 and then stay up till 3 because I only got up at 1:30.
Yeah.
But if I'm up at 8:30 and stay up till 3, I'm just gonna be I can't do that. I'll be too tired.
That's a good point.
I'd say that this is a thing that I would like to do. Probably won't happen. If I'm honest, probably would happen. In my mind, like if I had wishes, my wish would be like if I could get up at 8:30 every morning and be well rested, I would be the happiest man in the world.
That's true.
Also, if I had $1 billion, but
Billion would be cool. Bilski, if you had a Bilski, you wouldn't have to worry about being up at.
I would never need to get up.
You
I
wouldn't have to
sleep
be up
all
at
day
8:30.
long. I could make a house that's just a bed.
Dude, we could finally have a podcast studio.
We could have a goddamn podcast house, Curtis.
Dude, we could have a whole separate house just for podcasting.
That only has a studio in it. That's the entire house.
You know, we talk about getting guests on. We'll get to that a little bit later.
Talking about getting what? Sorry.
Like we've talked about having guests on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, if you had a Bilski, you could fly some guests out for the podcast.
I could fly Slam over here.
Yeah, Slam, you want to come on the podcast? We'll fly you out,
go
buddy.
Go Rangers game, do a
Bilski,
podcast, baby.
You know, we'll go watch a movie together, have some beers, and record a podcast.
Boosh. All right,
just a chip off the old bill.
Where are my fairly godparents at? Or fairy godparents? Not fairly.
Fairly.
It's because I went off of Fairly Odd Parents.
Great show.
That was a fantastic show.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We're getting on a tangent. We were talking about resolutions.
Why did we always wind up at cartoons? Oh my god, did we lose all that stuff about
Beyblades and shit?
No, about cartoons last week.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We'll get on that We'll get on. Well, you know, it's a good time. You're talking about Fairly Odd Parents.
I'm talking about resolutions,
okay.
Baby. I gotta try and better myself, Chris. It's a new year. New year? Nah, new me.
So last week's podcast, we lost the audio. As I've said like 6 times.
Resolutions, come on. I still haven't set a resolution.
Well, you did though, wasn't it? Not being a schmuck and sleeping at waking up better.
That was you.
No, mine was scheduling.
Yeah, same thing.
That's different.
Really,
no, I mean like actually being like.
But I said I have.
We're gonna do this
one.
at this time and actually do something at that time.
I said I had more than one though.
Okay.
I think another one would be. Like if I could go, my goal is gonna be to get to every single one of those microeconomics classes this semester.
No, it's not going to happen. You don't need to go to all those classes. I promise you will not need to go to all those classes.
But the email said, Curtis.
Yeah, the email said, Mark.
It seems like a hard course.
It is a hard course, but you don't need to go to all the classes.
All right, teach me microeconomics real fast.
I could. I took it twice.
Yeah, you did. Okay, well, apparently not then. What was... I think maybe being less of an asshole.
That's true.
Just like, like again, I'm not that bad of a person or anything. I'm really not. Like I look out for people. I'm a fairly nice guy, but I can be a real asshole sometimes. And I think I'm gonna try to be better at that.
That's fair.
It probably won't happen because I have a cynical view on the world.
I feel like I'm the type of person who is like always like I put in that extra little bit to help people out. Sure. That's the type of person I am. I'm always like, oh, yeah, don't worry. I can help you. I can do this for you. I can do that for you. I think I'm going to stop that in the new year.
No, that's a good idea. You put yourself out there too much. See, I don't want to go out. I'll help like 3 people in my life. There's like 3 people in my life where I'll go out of my way and help.
I'll help, like, you meet me once. I'll be like, yeah, I'll help you move. Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not I mean, we helped your friend that I only met like twice move once. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a bit different. I mean, actually, that's completely exactly how I am, right?
Yeah. Well, again, I mean, I met that guy 2 times. I loved
and
the guy.
I was like, yeah, Mark, you're going to help me with this.
I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah, no, that's the type of person I am. Yeah. So
yeah.
anyway, I want to go to last week's podcast. The one part that I'm sad that we lost was we talked about cartoons, and specifically the cartoons we grew up watching.
Yep.
We talked about like different stuff from like Warner Brothers and Hanna-Barbera back in the day, and just like how fucking amazing it is and how well it holds up, because we were just hanging out the other day watching Bugs Bunny, and it was fucking great.
Christmas Eve, Curtis didn't want to hang with my mom, but I made him.
That was true.
Yeah, that was very true. You were not having that. I was a little bit surprised because usually I'm not the one to be faffing about with family, but you were not having that. Yeah, we sat down and watched. What was it? Was it 1001? 1001 Rabbit Tales?
That's the one, and the other one is the Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner movie, which is
Bugs
the
Bunny and
chase
Roadrunner
one.
movie is fantastic.
Yeah, that's the one that's just all about different chases.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, those are fantastic cartoons. But yeah, I mean, Looney Tunes, great. what the Hanna-Barbera ones is the ones we were really on about.
I went through a list and I was just like, we were sitting here like Quick Draw McGraw. That was 1959, Mark. Like
Yeah, it was.
The Flintstones, that was 1960. Yogi Bear, that was 61. Top Cat, that was 61. Wally Gator, that was 62. I'm gonna stop giving the dates here, but just go through some more.
We know that they're old.
Jetsons and Magilla Gorilla.
Magilla Gorilla.
Johnny Quest, the original Johnny Quest.
Oh my God, the OG Johnny. I never watched the OG Johnny Quest actually.
The Adam Ant Show, that was so good.
Adam Ant was good.
Yeah. God, there's just so many good. There's so many good productions they had, and they all hold up so well. Like, I mean, you go into the ones that everyone knows, like they did the Banana Splits and
you love the Banana Splits.
They did the Banana Splits. They did Three Musketeers, Huckleberry Finn, Wacky Races,
Wacky
Dastardly and Muttley. We talked about Dastardly and Muttley, and I'll actually put a picture out here. I'll make it note to self for episode 6. No, this is episode 5 because we lost episode 5. So for episode 5, I will put a picture of my awesome mustache in the thumbnail.
There you go. Or just put it up on screen. You don't need to be in the thumbnail.
My Dick Dastardly mustache.
Put it up on screen when that happens.
I usually just throw the thumbnail and just keep one image in.
Okay.
Just have like one image, just so you don't have to, because I assume that most people aren't going to be watching it for when it changes.
I suppose so.
Wacky
Races was the GOAT cartoon.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was absolutely the
Laugh
GOAT.
Olympics was in there too, Mark.
Yeah, those two were the best cartoons that
those are so good.
Absolutely.
God damn, they just fucking did everything. Who did
Smurfs?
I want to say that was Hanna-Barbera as well.
I thought so. Wasn't a huge Smurfs fan.
Smurfs was good, man.
I mean, I don't disagree, but it wasn't my favorite.
There was a really weird episode of the Smurfs that I remember, and then I was listening to a Rooster Teeth podcast. Let me look it up here. I gotta bring this up.
Do you have any idea of what it is?
Oh yeah.
Then tell me about it.
Just fill in for a second here, just so I can make sure I'm right, because I gotta get that. It was a weird name of the thing.
Weird name?
Yeah.
No. No, I was never a huge Smurfs fan. I think it's because Dad watched it all the fucking time. Like that was the only fucking show that was ever on TV. Because fucking Teletoon Retro played that show like 12 times a day.
Yeah, it was so good.
I always want to watch goddamn Wacky Races. I would watch fucking It was a Dick Dastardly and Muttley that was in Wacky Races as well. The snickering dog, that's Muttley, right?
Yep. Yeah. Snickering dog was Muttley, and Dick Dastardly was the dude with the like hunchback and big mustache.
Oh yeah. We had Teletoon Retro as a kid. Well, when we were kids, and that was still a fucking cartoon show we would ever watch. It just had everything on there. Flintstones was I want to keep on. I'm trying to say Futurama, but that's not a show I watched. Then it's the Jetsons. I loved the Jetsons.
Jetsons is awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You got it up over there?
No, I can't find it.
Right.
The story's not going to make sense without it.
Damn it.
There's a weird episode of the Smurfs though, and
give me the gist of it.
Mark, I can't without the. You have to know like the word they made up for the thing.
For what? Oh God, this is one of those things that everyone hates. Where you're like,
I'm sorry.
You bring something up and you can't. It's like, oh, I have something really exciting to tell you guys, but I can't tell you guys about it.
Mark, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's disappointing, isn't it?
It is very disappointing.
I fucking want to know what this is now.
I do too.
Just make up your own word for it. Is this something racist?
There's a chance that the Smurfs were a little racist, but that's a whole different thing. Man, there was like theories that like Smurfs were like Nazi propaganda at one point.
I mean, weren't all those cartoons at one point that though?
I mean, not really, but maybe.
There was, I mean, didn't Walt Disney made like crazy racist short films.
Oh yeah, but that's different. Walt Disney made actually like anti-Nazi propaganda films.
Yeah.
Where like Mickey Mouse and his friends would go and beat up on Hitler.
Go and kill Hitler and stuff. A lot of stuff about the Japanese too, but it's just like we watched them in history class one year, and I was like, God damn, you were one racist man, Walt. I mean, everyone knows that, but god damn. It was I did not enjoy watching this. Like, listen, I get that, you know,
they're tough to watch, man.
Propaganda is propaganda, I guess, but god damn, those were a little far.
No, yeah, those are tough to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, not a good dude, that Walt Disney. Not a good dude. What isn't there like a theory that he's buried under Disneyland?
The theory goes that he's frozen.
Frozen,
his body frozen. All right, so I can't think of the word for it, Mark, but if I remember the reference correctly, so make sure nothing starts playing here. If I remember the reference correctly, there was like all the Smurfs got this like weird disease where they became like evil and purple.
Yeah.
And the only one who didn't become purple was Smurfette. She was like the only one that didn't become like evil.
I've heard about
this.
this.
And they were talking about it on RT podcast. I was like, I still don't remember this. And I went back and watched the episode. I was legitimately like, huh. And like the only reason they had like a specific word for the disease they got or whatever, right? And that's what I was trying to figure out. But I sat there. I was like, the reason I remember this, the reason that like I slightly remember this when they bring it up was because I remember watching this as a kid and I was fucking terrified. I was fucking horrified by that shit.
But that they all became evil?
It's just the way like the acting was. It was like, I literally think the episode might have been called Creepy Smurfs, or that's what they went back and called it.
I was thinking that was weirder than what it was.
Man, it was such a weird. I
don't want to say what I thought was gonna happen, but I thought it was something totally different.
Man, there's some weird episodes of Smurfs. That show was a bit weird.
So you were just trying to figure out what the disease was called?
Yeah, I was working on it.
Yeah. I think you explained it well enough, don't you?
I'm
don't
sorry.
Worry. No, it's fine.
Sorry I wasted that time.
Yeah.
I really am.
Oh, Curtis. See, that one time you got all those things wrong in an episode. Now you got a fact check, I guess.
Yeah, well that's the thing. I don't like to be like way off, and like I had this like it was a really weird word they used, and I wanted to like know it, but if I would have guessed it wrong, people would have been angry
Smurfs
at me.
in England?
Here's a picture though. That's Lazy Smurf going from Lazy Smurf to an angry purple Smurf there.
I can't see
it.
that? No, I can't. So why didn't Smurfette get the disease?
Oh, it was called nap. Nap, nap. That's what they would do. They would just walk around going, yap, yap, yap.
Oh, God.
And it's like, it was the weirdest, like, I don't know. It just, it got to me when I was a kid for some reason.
And there's
I thought I was going to go purple and just start running around going, yap, yap, yap.
There's a couple, like, episodes or movies from when we were, like, there were kids shows that scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. I can't remember any specifically off the top of my head, but I just remember there was a few that was just like, I think there's a couple episodes of Scooby-Doo especially that was just like, oh God, this is awful. It's terrifying.
So like Scrappy-Doo was like one of the worst characters of all time, right?
Oh yeah, no, he was awful.
I guess I was reading this last night on Reddit. I guess in the relaunch of Scooby-Doo that they've done recently, like the new versions of it.
Yeah. There's
an episode where they were in a like museum, a Scooby-Doo museum. It was Daphne and Fred.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just kind of like walking through, and they were going around and seeing a bunch of stuff from like Scooby-Doo lore that you remember. It's pretty cool to watch, obviously, because it's stuff that I remember. Like
wait, Daphne and Fred were in a
they were in a Scooby-Doo museum of like all the different villains they've caught and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
And there was a stuffed Scrappy-Doo in there.
Oh God.
And Daphne walks up to it. She goes, "Fred, do you remember?" And he goes, "Daphne, we said we would never talk about that again. Now let's just leave." And they turn around and walk away from Scrappy-Doo.
God, what the hell happened to Scrappy?
Dude, Scrappy-Doo was the most annoying, worst character of any TV
Yeah, it
show of all
doesn't mean
time.
he's getting murdered though. Jesus.
I mean, it could have just been like a wax museum thing of it. I only saw like a 30-second clip that's one link because I haven't watched the new relaunch of it. But
I mean, the way they talk,
that made me laugh so hard. I was like, "That's fucking funny."
Scrappy Dappy Doo. I was like Scrappy Doo as a kid. You know that, Curtis?
Scrappy Doo was annoying.
Yeah, no, he was.
Scrappy Doo was the worst.
Do you remember the live action Scooby-Doo
Puppy
movies?
power.
Do you remember the live action Scooby-Doo movies?
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah, actually one of those scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. The zombie one.
Kathleen worked on that.
Yeah, she did.
Kathleen and Matt, I think, worked on that.
Yeah, but the live action like Zombie Island one, or whatever that was called.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
That one scared me when I was a
That one
kid.
scared the shit out of you?
Yeah, it was not. Yeah. It was just like, yeah. Also, I also remember something like I was a weird little scared boy as a kid.
I mean, all kids have that like weird thing where it's like you're kind of afraid, but you're not really of everything in the world.
Oh yeah. But I remember I was probably when I was like 9 or something like that. On my wall in my room, like my walls were like the paint was like, you know, when there's like rough paint. I don't know how that comes up, but there's like dots in the paint.
It's kind of bumpy.
Yeah, bumpy. I remember my wall, that one, I just, in my mind, it looked like a vampire somehow. It scared me for some reason when I was a kid.
You're ridiculous.
And I also didn't like that my window was right above my bed because I thought someone was going to come in and, or I thought a freaking vampire was going to come in my window.
You are ridiculous.
Oh, yeah,
I never knew this stuff about you.
No, I'm telling everyone in the world now.
Here's the thing about you. This is what I find interesting about you, Mark. You, growing up, you used to follow me everywhere you went.
Yep.
And like copy everything I did.
Yep.
And you were just kind of like a mini version of me.
Yep.
But you wouldn't fucking tell me anything about yourself. You wouldn't tell anyone anything about yourself.
No, I was a quiet little boy.
You were quiet, and even like if we're just like hanging out talking about stuff, I would there was no way to get at what was in Mark's head out of his head.
Because I didn't want you to be like,
So,
oh, you're stupid. I don't want you to hang out with me anymore.
When you tell me stuff like this, it's all new to me.
Yeah.
Like this is stuff from when you
Yeah.
were like 5, 6 years old. That's just like a normal thing for a 6-year. Well, maybe not a normal thing for a 6-year. I never had that. I'll be honest with you, but it's all brand new to me.
I
It's
mean,
like
to be fair,
I'm hearing all these stories for the first time.
it was
fantastic.
like the reason I was probably like everything was about vampires was probably because I was hanging out with you once and you were watching a movie or something and there was vampires in it and then it scared me. Like that's probably why. Like, or you guys went to Langers or something, or we're at Langers or something. There was a scary movie or something.
I mean, the closest thing you would have with vampires that I would have watched around you would have been like Scooby Doo.
Dude, maybe freaking Scooby Doo scared me.
Scooby Doo around you. It's
Did
funny how
Scooby-Doo
that's
have
such like a
vampires?
popular kids show just about monsters, but it has
dude,
the
kids
lesson where it's
love
like monsters aren't real. It's always some dude in a costume.
Exactly. Except for Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. was good.
Monsters Inc. was fantastic.
That's Pixar though. They just nail everything out of the park.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is Pixar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, we can.
Animation.
Now we're fine. Well, it's Pixar.
Animation. Animation.
I haven't watched like any new Pixar movies in the last like 7 years. Like maybe 1 or 2.
Every now and then, some of them pop up on Netflix, and I'm like, oh, I should watch one, and then I just don't.
What was your favorite Pixar movie?
I gotta go through the list. There's so many good ones.
I think I know what yours is.
I think
A Bug's Life.
I was gonna say A Bug's Life.
Yeah, it was definitely A Bug's Life was a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I watched that a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, I think
I mean,
think
Toy Story's up there, like the original Toy Story, but I've watched all the Toy Stories. Don't get me wrong. I
haven't
remember
watched Toy Story 3.
I have very fond memories of the original.
I don't think I've ever
A
seen
Bug's
Toy
Life
Story
was
3.
really good. Monsters Inc. was 2001. Oh, The Incredibles was good.
Oh, Incredibles is very good. That was a weird movie. If you look back on it now, there was just like some weird things in The Incredibles, right? Like, I don't remember all the plot points these days, but you know, like one dude got fucking shredded by a plane's turbine. Is that what that is?
Dude, they're coming out with a fucking Incredibles 2.
Is it a turbine?
Yeah.
Is it?
Turbine's like the engine type thing.
Well, that guy got sucked into an engine because he had a cape on.
Oh yeah, I remember
That's
that.
fucked up. There's a lot of like weird stuff and like plot points in that movie are really like weird and stuff.
It's great.
Like heroes are well, no, it was great, but just like really just like weird.
There's so many movies like that with Disney and Pixar though, where you can watch a movie and not realize how adult themed they are until you're adult again.
But what like the heroes weren't allowed to be heroes because it was something about like conformity or something like that, wasn't it? I don't know. Or like one dude did. I forget. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't remember. But I remember reading something on Reddit the other day that was something which like, does anyone else like? You guys remember how like weird
it's
these
kids'
plot
version of
points
the
were?
X-Men.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
government
yeah,
like stops the
basically.
superheroes because
Yeah.
they're better people.
Exactly. No, yeah, exactly.
They don't want one race to have a power over another.
Yeah. Speaking of X-Men, goddamn, does that new trailer look good? Eh?
It looks really good.
I'm gonna be real sad for Mr. X though.
Um,
The professor himself. I'm gonna be real sad.
yeah.
of
I mean,
him.
every X-Men movie is like, okay, let's just feel bad for James McAvoy for this
Yeah.
movie.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It's true. Dude never catches a break.
Dude never catches a break.
He's freaking yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
poor little
I'm
feller.
that's one of my favorite. Like, we aren't comic book people. I wish I was a comic book person. I was talking
See-
to John Luca about this the other night.
I don't know if you do want to be a comic because like, have you ever heard Jeff talk about how terrible being a comic book fan is?
No, but at least like I wish I would have like had the opportunity to try to get into something.
Yeah,
It's just something I didn't have
You
access
you
to
just
when I
have
was
to
growing up.
buy so many though.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? But
Right,
that's
yeah.
like it's a collecting thing. I mean, that's like collecting anything.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like comic books is one of the more collectible things that have just thousands upon thousands upon thousands of them, right? I mean, there's like a fucking relaunch of Spider-Man every year in comic books.
Yeah, you just gotta figure out the worlds you want to follow and the
I
timelines
guess,
or
yeah.
whatever and stuff like
That
that.
also
but
kind of like I don't know. That whole thing kind of annoys me. Like different worlds and timelines of
think
the
about
same
how long
superhero.
they've been making that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
and you
and-
gotta keep like
yeah,
one character,
Fair enough.
new, right?
Yeah, but it's just kind of like because like what if I wanted to get into like the Spider-Man comics now? And I'm like, because I'm the sort of person that's like if I were to do something like that, I would want to know everything I could about Spider-Man, right? I would want to see everything that would be out there, and I feel like that's impossible at this point. Like I
So-
can't know every single world and every storyline from Spider-Man anymore.
So I don't know if you realize this. Do you know who Oscar Isaac is? At this point, he's so hot right now. I'm gonna say that right now. You
I've
would
heard
know
the
who
name.
you would know who he is if you saw him.
Oh yeah,
He-
I've definitely heard the name.
He's what's his face in Star Wars? The pilot.
Poe.
Yeah, he's Poe in Star Wars.
Okay.
He was in Ex Machina, and he was the dude from Inside Llewyn Davis. He was in
Holy
Drive.
shit, that's where I knew him from.
He was in Drive. He was in Sucker Punch. I
That's
should
where
look
I
up
knew
what else he was
he
in here. He was in Born Legacy. Like, I mean, the dude's hot right now, to say the least. He's playing Apocalypse.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I'm really excited.
That's where I knew him from. I knew
Yeah.
I knew that guy from a movie, and it's absolutely Inside Llewyn Davis. It's the curly hair.
Yeah, you got Sophie Turner playing Jean Grey.
Yeah, that was that came out of nowhere in that trailer. I did not know that was there. I did not know that was gonna be happening.
Right? I thought they already had someone playing Jean Grey.
I don't know. I hadn't really kept up on what was happening with that new movie. Like we saw. I love movie trailers. You know that.
Yeah, movie trailers.
I
are
say I
great.
hate
It's one
them,
of
but
the
like
best parts
but
about
going to the
to-
movies and seeing a theatrical trailer for a movie in the theater, I'm like, that's cool. Except for
Okay.
fucking Revenant. I swear, like that movie. I even saw a tweet about it that agreed with it. Like
I
that
guess they
movie.
didn't have
is,
anyone for the new ones yet playing Jean Grey.
Wait, Sophie Turner
Nice.
not?
No. I was thinking like, cause like Frankie Jansen played them in the like X-Men, X2, and X3, and for whatever reason, I just associated that in the newest ones in like First Class and Days of Future Past. At some point, they had announced like they had shown Jean Grey already, but I guess they hadn't. So
I suppose not.
yeah, Sophie Turner playing Jean Grey. That's pretty cool.
I suppose so.
You got Channing Tatum playing Gauntlet.
Ooh, Channing.
Yeah, so I'm really pumped for that movie.
Do you? I'm interested to see Sophie Turner in a different role other than Sansa,
Yeah.
because I
Right.
hate Sansa so much. She's so whiny.
And Game of Thrones did that thing when they casted people where they did a really good job at casting. I mean, aside from a few characters, they did
Yeah,
a really good job at casting a lot of
relatively unknown people.
people. Nobody knew who the fuck any of those guys. Nobody knew Kit Harington.
Yeah.
You know, nobody
I
knew.
mean, maybe in some like indie British films, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I
no one
mean,
in
maybe
North
it's just-
America would have known them.
Yeah.
For that, at least,
I mean, the only one.
as
the
far
only
as
one
I
that,
know.
like some people knew. You know, obviously Sean Bean. People knew.
The
I guess there was a few like more known guys. Maybe
a lot of
I
the
was talking
older,
about.
the younger people were.
That makes more sense. Yeah, the
Yeah.
younger people were more unknown.
Because I mean,
than
Tywin Lannister is
Yeah.
a huge British actor.
Lana Headley, Peter Dinklage was in a bunch of stuff.
I guess a lot of the younger actors in that show that are relatively unknown before Game of Thrones. But no,
Emilia Clarke was in Futurama.
Yeah, there you go. Like, I don't like Sansa in the books. And I don't like Sansa in the TV show.
God, she annoys me so much in the TV show.
Right? She's all like, whenever I think of Sansa, she's always just crying.
She's
like,
the character. Okay, you know how like when you're watching a show, especially a show like that. There's a lot of shows that are like this, but especially one like that, where it's like when you're watching, you're like, oh, don't fucking trust that person. She's the one who trusts all the people. You're like, don't fucking trust that person. Stop it.
Oh god, no. She's even worse in the books, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same with Arya's a lot worse in the books.
That's
too.
coming back soon.
Yeah, oh yeah, March.
Yeah. I'm
No,
excited.
yeah, so I'm interested to see how Sophie Turner will be in a movie in a TV show that's not Game of Thrones, but she's not playing Sansa, because she's literally always crying. Like, I want to see a movie where she's not always crying. So we'll see.
It's true.
Yeah, that was like when you said that, I was like,
I don't know if you'll see that with X-Men or not.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know about that, but I guess I'll just have to wait and see. I can't really judge her on anything else.
Yeah.
So, do you like Arya? Is that a thing you like? Is that a character you enjoy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like her more in the TV show than I do in the book.
Yeah.
I'll say that as much.
Have you got for how because like season 1 Arya is so much different than like
Yeah, that's very true. I think
like,
later on in the book I'm gonna like her more, but right now I'm just
probably.
like, she's just like, oh, I'm different and nobody gets me and I hate everyone. I'm just like, oh
that's
my god.
the whole point of her journey, right? She has to start as a
exactly.
whiny little teen to become a.
I'm just like, oh my god, just
becomes.
like stop. But yeah, I do like me some Maisie Williams though. Yeah, no, that's coming.
She does such. Maisie Williams is just such a like a normal teenager, and that's what's so great about her, right?
Yeah.
Like you just see all the stuff about her, and just like there's a lot of people
YouTube
that
channel
way.
where she just like vlogs and
Vlogs,
shit.
yeah.
Like, that's cool. I wish I could just do that.
Yeah, people always have fan favorites because of stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it's just like you're just a normal kid just put into a situation and you just make the best of it.
I've always thought it'd be cool if a professional football player would like put up videos on YouTube of just like things, whatever his day is. I think that'd just be interesting to watch. Like, what does that guy do?
Yeah, mix. You could double, like, you collect your salary from the club and make that YouTube vlogger
There
cash.
you go.
Right?
Or it's like I wish clubs' YouTube channels were just better. Like if they like went to training and did more videos and just like team bus shit. I don't know. I think it'd be fun to see more of the ins and outs of what you see other than interviews and the odd YouTube video. I mean, Man City's got a good YouTube page. That's definitely like probably the best.
Tottenham's is okay.
Yeah,
it's
Tottenham's
not better
is
than
okay, but it's definitely not as good as City's.
And like Tottenham will go on this like thing where they'll like have like 4 new videos go up, and it's like, oh, these are awesome. Like I can't wait for more of these, and then you won't get anything else for like 3 months.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
Chelsea's
you know
YouTube
who
channel is
you know who does videos well, Mark?
Hmm.
I'm gonna put it out there. TFC. With their partnership with like Rogers and SportsCenter to do the All for One.
Yeah, I like
because
the
All for One
series.
is a fantastic series.
Yeah.
I wish I watched it more.
I watched them all once they get put like when they're all out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but it's just like
watch them all.
it's a season documentary. It's
Mhm.
just every season they do a documentary on the team's journey.
Yeah,
or whatever,
it's really good. The Dwayne De Rosario episode was really good.
Yeah,
When he
it's a
retired.
little over edited. Like it's a little like, just like, do you know what I mean? Just a little overdone in the way they do
I
it.
think they like pull storylines. You know,
That's
that's
what
every
I mean.
documentary,
it's
right?
just like you know, it's supposed to be just like a or just like a.
Well, I had a complaint about that.
It's just like you go to watch. It's like, you know, Jonathan Osorio grew up near Toronto. He was always a boyhood fan, and you know he finally had his chance, and he
Oh, yeah.
didn't get subbed in his first game for the club.
Yeah.
And I goes to Osorio. He's like, yeah, you know, I knew I'd have to wait on the bench for a little bit. It would have been great to go out against Vancouver, though. It would have been, you know, quite the atmosphere to play, but. You know, I got to go out the next game in front of home fans, and that was awesome. It's like the very next game, in the 60th minute, Jonathan Osorio gets subbed in. And then it shows like, clip, pass.
I will say, this season's a lot better.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a lot better. I had that problem with that Salford miniseries that they did. God damn, was that stretching? I was like, come on, BBC, you're a little bit, you're better than this. Oh, one guy had to go. The one like Gareth Sutton. You probably know him from Ben series now. Yeah, he's also a model. Of course he is. But like he went to Germany for like 2 weeks to
do some modeling.
Do some modeling or whatever, and like he's gonna get paid like $8,000 for that or something, which is huge. He needed that to help pay for his daughter's like school and all that. And that's just like 30 minutes of just yak. And just like, this guy's the worst. Like, we should cut him from the team because he's gone for 2 games.
Because he has kids. And
then, and then he comes back. Like, the first game he comes back, he gets subbed on, scores the game-winning goal. It's like, goddamn. Goddamn.
Giggsy's like, wait, you're actually supposed to talk to kids?
Giggsy wasn't even fucking there. Come on, him and Scholesy don't do shit. Actually, no, Nicky Butt doesn't do shit. It's Scholesy, Nicky Butt's, he's not even in that thing. Scholesy, he's on the phone a lot, I guess. He leaves after the 60th minute a bunch. Giggsy, barely ever there. Phil, he's in and around. And then Gary's the guy to go to.
Gary's your good. Not anymore, probably.
No, not anymore.
Gary's in Valencia now.
Gary's like, fuck you, England. Fuck you, fucking
Mark,
Salford.
I just want you to know we're talking about football right now. So be careful.
This is a podcast, baby. It's a podcast about everything. I'm talking about documentary action, my friend. Talking about it's our boy, fucking Gary Neville, dog.
Oh!
Salford or fucking Valencia boy. We have ties with Gary and Phil, actually.
Yeah,
Gary and
we're
Phil.
Pretty well Gary and Phil.
God, we so are, aren't we?
We kind of are.
I'm Gary.
Wrong.
No, he's the manager, my friend. Who's clicking around on FM?
You're not Gary.
This guy.
You're not Gary.
No. I'm Gary.
Whoa.
What, you don't want to be Phil? Phil's the older one.
Yeah, that's true. I'm probably Phil.
Yeah, there you go. Listen, nobody wants to grow up to be Gary Neville, okay?
It's true. Nobody wants to grow up to be Phil Neville either.
Yeah.
They just like...
Definitely not the hair. He's got weird hair. Like,
That's
it doesn't seem like his natural hair color is blonde. Phil's got like Phil's a weird dude, isn't he? His whole just look about him is just, ugh. I don't want to be him. So we started a new...
I like how Gary's the older one, Mark.
Is he?
Yeah. So I'm Gary.
Interesting.
I'm Gary, you're Phil. You're the assistant. I'm the manager. I like how in very Curtis and Mark fashion too, Gary made Phil his assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Gary.
Yeah, but who's leading Guernsey to the top of the table right now, Paul?
I am, baby.
Bullshit.
I'm
bullshit.
You know what? You may think of yourself as the manager and me as the assistant.
I play that 4-4. No, you're the director of football.
Maybe I'm the manager and I just...
You're not even the assistant.
I just put my tasks onto my assistant.
You're not even the assistant.
I just ask the assistant to do all the tasks.
You've said to me you're the director of football.
No, I like this better. I'm the manager and you're my assistant and I just put all my tasks on the assistant.
Bullshit.
I ask the assistant to do everything.
I think I want to branch off from the two-man brunch party. I think it's my time to go, actually.
Go for it.
It's my time to shine.
I'll keep those followers.
I think
they like me better anyway.
I think I've grown too big for this channel, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting
top of the table with Guernsey.
Start a new brunch party with hookers and blackjack.
Oh yeah. Top of the table with Guernsey after 3 months in the league. So, I'm great. Man, shout out to Ryan Zico Black.
Shout out to Ryan, the most interesting man in football.
The most interesting man in football.
The
longest Wikipedia page I've ever seen for a non-league.
I'm going to go to Ryan Zico Black's Wikipedia page.
Yeah, do it real quick. Pull up some talking points. He has a style. So Ryan Zico Black is a player that plays for a little club.
34-year-old player, midfielder / forward for the club of Guernsey FC.
Now, a little background on Guernsey real quick. They are a club from an island. They're from an island that is closer to France than it is to England. Like, it's literally like the fucking northwest part of France, like kind of dips. There's a little dip in the water, and they're like in that dip.
Yeah,
that's where they are. They are
near Jersey.
They are inside. Yeah, there you go. They're like, if France had land where that water is, they'd be in France. But no, England's like, we want Guernsey. Guernsey's ours. Look, Google Guernsey the other day. It just looks beautiful.
So he is named after Zico, a Brazilian footballer admired by Black's family.
There you go.
Brazilian broadcaster Globo interviewed Black and presented him a video message from his famous namesake with a signed shirt. In 2012, Ryan Zico Black was invited to participate in Zico's annual charity match in Brazil, but had to pull out because of injury. However, in 2013, Ryan Zico was again invited, and this time played in midfield and then defense in a match in front of 70,000 Brazilian fans.
Ryan scored in front of 70,000.
Although the team lost 7-3, Black scored a goal and afterwards said of the experience, "It was the highlight of my career."
Oh,
he released an autobiography in 2008.
We gotta buy that.
I think we have to.
Yeah, I really think we do.
Yeah.
All right, Tauntaun, donate us more money so we can buy that autobiography.
He has a style of play.
Yeah, he has a style of play. Like, this thing is honestly, like, you need a scroll to get down this bitch.
Yeah, like, I can't even just, like, grab stuff off here anymore. Just go to Ryan Zico Black's Wikipedia page. For a guy who plays for Guernsey in the 8th tier of English football.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about this freaking island team. They're in the 8th tier.
They're in the
English
Ryman
football.
League Division 1 South.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Ben sent us a map of it, and they're not even on the map. It's like picture below the map is Guernsey FC, which is directly south of where the map is cut off.
The travel costs for those teams to get there and to go there.
Probably have a team boat.
Yeah, maybe they boat.
No, maybe it's a nice boat.
Maybe.
Maybe it's like a rowboat, and that's part of their training.
There you go. They just have mad upper.
They row across the channel. They row across the channel, and then
Sam Cochran over there is just like.
That's probably why he's so aggressive.
Oh yeah, he's a one-man army out there. He's just
rowing
the whole boat by himself.
He's angry because he's always just rowing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, but this team is crazy interesting. At one point they had missed so many games due to what was the reason?
I don't know.
They had to play something like 7 games in.
Oh, the makeup games, yeah. I think it was due to travel, probably.
Yeah, probably due to travel, or maybe like the weather. I don't know. But that it was something like 7 games or 10 games in 2 weeks. So they at one point they had like 60 players on their books, just so they could like put out a team every day.
Yeah.
I was like, this is hilarious.
It's so awesome. So yeah, that's the save we're doing right now, Football Manager.
Yeah, that's our Twitch.
At twitch.tv/2man brunch party. Linked in the description below. / So feel free to give us a follow there. We stream.
It's / Curtis.
You always fucking call me out on that.
That's because I've got called out on that many of times from Mr. Justin Herget.
Really?
Oh yeah.
For saying
dash instead of /. And we had a YouTube channel once, buddy. Gotta be a professional on that shit, you know?
I'm sorry. Twitch.tv /
There you go.
2-man brunch party. Listen, if we ever get a sponsor, I will / the shit out of them as much as they want.
Oh yeah.
We won't ever get a sponsor unless it's us.
Absolutely not. I'll sponsor this podcast.
You know, I was throwing it out there not as like a big time sponsor to sponsor us. I was saying like if any of you guys want to sponsor us, we'll put your website out there.
We have an email.
Yeah.
Don't email us.
Yeah, we have a business email.
It's not even on my phone. I don't even know how to get on it anymore. So
good thing.
Yeah.
Can't see all the shit I do.
Yeah, exactly. You're just on there trying to sell me.
Just the money I'm embezzling.
All Tauntaun's money you're embezzling.
Like people don't realize, but this is just a drug front.
Oh, absolutely.
So we can file some cash and taxes, but
why do you think we didn't stream today?
It's all just selling drugs, right?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Tauntaun's actually our main guy.
Every person who follows us, we say is a quote-unquote donator, but it's all just drug money so we can get it taxed and it's legal.
Do you mean follower? We don't. Who have we ever someone that followed us? We don't call them donators.
Sorry. I don't think you missed. I think you missed what I said. Whatever. Keep going. I might have fucked up. I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
I'm going to say anyone who followed us, we put in on a tax form as a donator so that we can tax away our drug money legally.
Yeah, there you go.
The joke didn't land.
No,
it didn't land.
No, you suck. Don't quit your day job, buddy.
I don't have a day job. That's untrue.
What are you doing tomorrow? Yeah, come on.
I'm going to work tomorrow. I kind of have a job.
You have a scummy day job.
I just don't.
Your mom gave you a day job.
Ooh, those are shots right there.
Ooh, those were shots.
Don't
worry, I did that same job. You've done that same job before. That was where we used to listen to podcasts all the time.
So I'll be listening
at
to
that
this.
job.
Got this bitch edited before I have to work tomorrow, so I can listen to it at work tomorrow.
Oof. All right, I'll try my best.
Yeah.
I will try my best. I might play some Civ 5 tonight.
I was playing that the other day.
So Justin Herget, everybody. He freaking loves some Civ 5, baby.
It's once you buy it, you're in.
He was like, "Is this the thing I should buy?" I was like, "Absolutely. This is one of my all-time favorite games." He's like, and they did it. He went to war with Napoleon. He went to war with the Ottoman Empire.
That's risky.
Oh, I know. Napoleon is the biggie, right? He's the one you gotta knock out of there.
Yeah, you gotta knock him out of there fast because he goes hard at anybody.
He's destroyed the Japanese. He's destroyed the Chinese.
Jeez.
He's a war mongrel of himself. He truly is. Really,
I feel like I wouldn't have fun with that game playing with people because it'd just be a race to hit like mech fighters.
Once you get fighter jets, then you win.
Yeah, it's gonna be like because I'm so patient about when I go to war in that game.
Oh yeah,
I move like all like I'm like, okay, this is the first time I'm gonna hit. Then I'm gonna hit these guys. I
build roads places.
Dude, I even make like open border packs with people that I'm about to go to war with, so I can like scout where all their cities are, so I can scout like the line that I'm gonna go through, and then I like build roads right up to the spot so that traveling goes fast. And I'm just like, all right, here we go, now. And like when I make the decision that I want to go to war with someone, I will take like 15 turns before I even start it. I'm just like, all right, now we're ready to go.
Catapults, baby.
Now we're ready to go. So I feel like playing that with people would be like every time I need to produce something, I'd be like, okay, more warriors. Shit.
If somebody ever goes to war with, are the trebuchets, right? Those are the better versions of the catapult.
I mean, eventually you end up with cannons and shit.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you got to take some fuckers out before you get to that point.
But yeah,
ever goes to war
trebuchet is a better version
than
of the
dumbass.
catapult. Yeah.
It's ain't nobody sieging a town with just bows and swords. Come on.
Done it before.
Yeah, it
doesn't work well.
Oh yeah.
No, you gotta at least get to the catapults.
Yep. Love me some Civ. Yeah, I'll probably play that after I edit this. I'll load up FM, click about with Wrexham. I'll get my ass handed to me right now in the championship. Let me tell you what. I went promotion, every single one winning the league title, that's the problem. It's like, I don't know how it happened. It's just like, I threw a 4-4-2 on there, and it's just they're just going to town. Well, actually, League One, it's like second place had like 62 points, which is nothing in League One. Like I won the league with 92, but I did like really well. But like nobody wanted to win the league, and then my striker's like, okay, I'll score 42 goals in a 4-4-2. That's okay, I guess. Like that's something he can do, and we'll win the league. But like, I mean, if I can, like, 62 points in second place, I mean, like I said, the team below me had 18 draws. It's crazy. That's insanity.
That is crazy.
But yeah, now I'm in the championship and just getting demolished. I think I'm in 22nd. Not bottom of the league, but
again, I've stood on that like rush. I think ever since really I spent so much time playing Football Manager over the break.
Yeah.
That I just can't do it right now.
Fair enough.
Switching away. I've been playing some Besiege. Played some Madden.
Maybe
played some Civ.
Maybe we'll play Civ 5 with Justin one day.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe we'll finally get back to one of those two network saves.
I would love to play a network save. If I was going to go back to Football Manager, it would probably be to play a network save.
I did text Slam the other night, and he was busy. So maybe tonight. I saw him load up Football Manager when we were recording this. Maybe tonight we will.
I played some Dead Island with Langer today.
Yeah, I heard that and I saw that.
No, it was funny.
You were shouting about. Thanks for the invite.
I think the same thing happened about like 6 times. We got to the part where you're in the sewers, which is like one of the worst parts of that game. It's such a grindy part. I think about like it happens 6 times, like in the span of about half an hour or 40 minutes, where every time I would walk around a corner, there would be a suicider there, and he would just blow me up, and my body would just like fly out, lag around the corner. I'd be like, God damn. So I finally got to a point where I was just like, all right, from now on, you're leading. Like you're the lead. I'm following you. And then we got to a door, and for whatever reason, I use Sam, so I have the tray that I can just run through the doors. I can sprint and it breaks down the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and he like moves out of the way of the door, and I sprint through the door, and you have that like second or two after where you're like going through the animation, sprint through the door. Right on the other side is a suicider, and just blow. I was like, God damn,
that's hilarious.
And I was like, nope, from now on you're opening the doors.
Oh, maybe we play pro clubs that Slam doesn't want to play.
I'd be down for some pro clubs
You,
tonight.
if Slam isn't down to do anything, we can play pro clubs with Langer.
I would play pro clubs tonight. Yeah.
So
Left for Dead.
next week on the podcast,
Yeah.
we very might well have a guest on.
We're gonna try.
We don't know who yet.
We haven't talked to
There's a
anyone about it.
handful.
There's a handful of people who have said they would come on.
Yeah, we just need to figure
We
out
need to
timing and
secure
stuff.
someone. We got to make sure that we can. We'll do like a quick 5-minute test where we just have let's all record something when we have Skype on these guys.
Yeah.
And
Oh well, yeah. But we both have someone in mind, and I think we'll be able to get it work. But next week we might have a little
cheeky
special
little guest
episode,
for you guys.
little guest episode next
we're
week.
gonna try to secure guests more often. I think I like the idea of having more people than just you and I.
Yeah, maybe
people they get you and I enough.
yeah, it's true. Maybe like once a month, once every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
once every 3 weeks, yeah,
Or
something
just
like that.
whenever people can.
Yeah, we also we don't know that many people,
We don't know that many people.
so then
But we
have
know
the space to
there
do it.
have been some people who have expressed interest, and we really appreciate it.
Mhm.
And we're gonna try to work it out. I know out of the people who have expressed interest, enough of them have good enough quality microphones that we can
Oh,
get
yeah.
them on.
Yeah,
And we have. I think we figured out a way that we'll be able to do it
yeah,
without just recording a Skype call and it sounding too bad. Like
Yeah.
actually capturing their audio on their computer and having them send us the files.
Yeah.
So
we just need to do a little bit of testing.
yeah, I'm excited for that.
Just a cheeky little bit of testing. Yeah, so possibly look forward to that next week.
Possibly look forward to a guest next week.
Yeah. Do you want to
Also, now that we're on YouTube, I mean, feel free to leave comments and questions, and
fucking
and
maybe
stuff
if
like
you want
that.
someone on the podcast?
if you want to be on the podcast, you be like, hey, this is the person you should get on.
Yep.
Ryan Zico Black, let's get him on.
You know, Ben's gonna have an interview with Daniel Weber. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, we're
Probably
gonna
not.
We're gonna get Ryan Zico.
Yeah,
Black
we'll
on
get
this
the Rye
podcast.
guy on here.
We probably won't.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
never.
Absolutely not.
Maybe we'll get someone on here someday. That
Maybe.
means something to someone.
Maybe we can have.
Let's work on being better. We're gonna every day we're gonna make this a little better.
Maybe.
Every episode.
Maybe.
I want to do a new setup.
Yeah, you do.
We got the space in this room to do a setup.
Sort of.
And we can make space in this room to do a setup. It's a big room.
Do you want to talk about Christmas at all? The Christmas
Yeah, we
holiday?
can talk about. I mean, I feel like we should talk about Christmas a bit, right?
Well-
Because it's like the biggest holiday of the year for people.
Suppose so.
It's not really a big deal for us, though. That's why it's not something we just naturally came up.
Actually, screw Christmas. Let's do. Who are you thankful for in 2015?
Oh, I like this. I like the New Year stuff.
Nobody gives a shit about Christmas.
I'm not gonna do who was I thankful for, because like pretty well everyone in my life, I'm like the everyone that's in my life that I keep you in my life because I'm thankful for you. Well, because I don't fucking care if I don't have any friends or not. So if I
So it's more of the people that stay in your life.
if I go out of my way, like if I make sure I go out of my way to talk to someone and to see them and hang out with them, it means that I'm appreciative of the fact that they are in my life.
Okay.
And the people I don't, it's probably because I just can't be asked, right?
Sure. Yeah. Fair enough.
I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a dick or anything like that. I just like, there's certain, like, anyone that is in my life right now, I put an effort in, or I try to put somewhat of an effort in to make sure they are in
Mhm.
there. So,
Okay. Well,
those
I
are the
will
people
say, we just right before New Year's we hit 600 followers on Twitch.
600
I
followers.
think we're sitting about 615 right now.
Yeah.
And just thanks to everyone.
Every
Like,
single one of those 600 people.
straight up, that's crazy. I mean, we started this last February or March. We still haven't figured out the exact date. But we did this for 10 months. We've been doing it for about 10 months now. And we did not think we were going to get fucking 10 followers, let alone 600 and whatever it is now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's some people that need to be thanked for that. I mean, I don't want to put a list down because I don't want to miss out on anyone. There's a lot of people that have done a lot, and a lot of people have done some, but every bit helps with whatever you can do, whether it be, tweeting us out, sending people to us. I mean, donating helped us a lot this year.
I was just about to say, like, the people who have gone out of their way to donate money to us.
Mm-hmm.
Those are people who are just like, I mean, above and beyond. Like, holy shit! Like,
Mm-hmm.
I never thought there would be a day in my life where I could make, and it's not. I mean, we're not ringing in cash or anything
No.
like that. But I didn't think I'd ever make even $1 off the internet.
Yeah.
The idea of making a bit of money off the internet to me is like, it's exciting. It's amazing. It's just like one of those things where I've donated to streams before. I've subscribed to streams before, and I do that because I appreciate the content, and having that come back to us, it's that feeling like, wow, there's people out there that that appreciate us the same way I appreciate.
It feels good.
X,
yeah,
so.
it truly does feel good.
It's become a big list of people. I have a spreadsheet on the list of people. I don't have it on this computer. It's on my other one, so I can't thank everyone, but like they know who they are.
Yeah,
And they're number ones.
I also, I still feel like we're like whenever we talk about the FM community and content creators and stuff, we're one of those people now, which is really crazy to me. I still don't think of myself as we're obviously content creators, but when we talk about content creators, I don't ever think of myself on the same level as guys like Ben and Chaz and all them. Obviously, we're not nearly as popular as they are or anything, but we
certain people group us in the same.
Yeah, people have Chaz tweets us out whenever we go live basically and tells us, come watch the two best streamers on FM, and like I don't think that at all. I don't think we're even close.
I hear Chaz is the god of the community, so that's big coming from him.
Yeah, I don't feel like we're nearly as like we're not as good as really anybody in the FM community streaming, but people that like things like that coming from big creators like him, just it's crazy, and that's really that's down to you guys really. Again, 600 of you follow us, and that's fantastic. We obviously had that two month little break that we had, and it might get slower now, but I'm hoping that this year it'll be consistent. We'll still be streaming and fairly consistently, whether it be 2 times a week like we had when we had started, or more than that. But this is something that's. But this whole year has been super different for me because
it's been an interesting year.
Yeah, because of streaming.
What was your favorite stream? Since we're on the things of streaming, or on the topic of streaming, what was your favorite stream of 2015?
The FMA stream.
Yeah, that's an obvious one.
That was absolutely my favorite. Like, again, even that we genuinely helped. We helped. We helped a charity.
We did not have to beg or pay anyone that the internet knows about that we did to get in.
Yeah, again, it's really down to you guys in the end. We were able to help out people less fortunate in the world by playing Football Manager, and that's crazy.
We made a podcast that people enjoy.
We have made a podcast, yeah.
We got accumulated over the 4 episodes, and on Podbean, which is where we host, and YouTube, where we have 1 episode now. As of today, the 4 episodes, we have over 150 listens on our podcast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah, fucking hell.
That's ridiculous to me. So
we started and failed at YouTube.
Started and failed at YouTube. That happened in 2015.
Yeah, that was great. That was weird. That was the thing we did and failed at.
What do you want to do? Your quick your 2015 in 5. Like started from the beginning of the year to where we are.
Oh God.
Just quick. Like your spark
recap?
notes of it. Do you want me to do mine so you can get an idea of what I mean?
I get what you mean, but I don't think I can remember what I was doing last January.
Like mine would go school bullshit stream. Work, stream, stop streaming, come back to streaming, work some more, but still try and stream, FMA'd, stream, be awesome, 2015 in a year for me.
There you go.
It was a busy year for me.
Yeah, I guess it was school, stream.
Oh, I forgot graduate. You like how I talked about stream like 6 times and I graduated the program I've been in for 3.5 years and I didn't even add it in there.
I can't remember. Like there was no. I mean, streaming was really the big thing that happened to me this year.
It was the big thing that happened. Actually, this is one of the best. I mean, off topic in streaming, but it's something that does mean a lot to me more than I lead on. This was one of the best golf seasons that I've had in probably 5 years.
Yeah.
Like it was like I started shooting mid 70s on a fairly semi-regular basis again, which I haven't done since I was 16.
Yeah, no, you did play very good golf this year.
Especially
I had a couple decent rounds out this year. Putting was a problem, but didn't play enough really.
Yeah.
I started playing Counter-Strike, which was chill.
Yeah, you did start Counter-Strike in 2015.
So there's that. Yeah, so I mean that's really all I wanted to. We never really New Year's came and went, and we never really properly thanked anybody. I mean, I don't really want to.
We do that thing where we kind of we're always thankful of those people, so it always feels weird making like the official hey everyone, and we can never make a list. Like you said, you can never make a list
because I never want to leave anybody out, right?
Yeah, because it's everyone.
Yeah.
And you never want anyone to feel like they're less important than someone else for the way they help out. So no, I feel you, but
yeah,
Jesus Christ,
but
it's been a year.
Yeah, it really.
I mean, it all started again, without mentioning too many names specifically. It all started with YouTubers like Ben and Ben specifically. He was the first guy to first YouTuber or whatever to drop by our streams and give us some attention and really help us out. But from there it was guys like him and Jack and Matt and all those guys that would come by on a
Chaz was really,
come by every day.
Yeah.
Toxic Lemon making graphics for us.
The fucking
guys who were content creators we watched. Again, I can't say all the names of everyone because it was literally everyone, but content creators we watched coming by on a semi-regular basis, tweeting out on the semi-regular basis.
Yep.
They helped us grow to get the support from the other people who are the guys who are our regulars who sit by for a 3 and 4 hour stream like it's nothing. And
yep.
It's the ripple effect,
Yeah.
So GG to those guys.
It's been a good 2015. It was a good year. On the scale of years, it was definitely one of the better years I've had.
It was a good year. Yeah, it was a good year.
Yeah.
It was the first year in a while that I've been single, and that was great. I had time to do stuff.
It's true. That's why we streamed.
Yeah.
You weren't single for that long in the year, but we streamed.
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, anywho, I suppose that's where we'll end it for this week.
About at the wrap up time, eh?
Yeah. So yeah, look forward to next week. We'll most likely, 90% chance that there'll be a guest on here. Don't know who yet. We might tweet that out this coming week. So if you don't follow us on Twitter, you can go to twitter.com/ 2Man Brunch Party. That's how Twitter works. Yes. Yeah. Okay. If you want to watch this podcast instead of listen to it, we want it's not a camera or anything, but if you want to watch it on YouTube instead of download an MP3 or go to Podbean or anything, you can go to YouTube and search for 2Man Brunch Party. I don't think there's an actual link that we can give you. So you can go to 2Man Brunch Party. You can subscribe to us there if you want. We have 50 subs right now, which is pretty chill for having one video up there. You can go to Twitch. You can follow us at twitch.tv/ 2Man Brunch Party. We will be streaming there fairly regularly. Try and be consistent, but starting school tomorrow.
You're finally getting all the social media. This is the first ending. I like this. You're putting it. You're doing the plugs right. I was even gonna wait until you were done and mention to people this is where you can go to do all this stuff.
No, come on.
Don't forget Podbean though.
Oh yeah, you can go. What's our Podbean? You're the Podbean guy.
It's BrunchPartyPodcast.podbean.com.
There you go, BrunchPartyPodcast.podbean.com to go and download the MP3 and listen to us on the go. So yeah, there you go. That's the podcast for this week. I hope everyone has a fantastic week, and we will talk to you very soon.
Thanks, Internet.
Bye.